Before we get into the podcast, I'd like to mention that this is a previous episode that you're watching on YouTube. YouTube uploads are a month late, and you can access the newest episodes on Patreon by pledging $3. In addition, you'll also be able to see my scripts, all the other behind-the-scenes fuckery, and you'll have an exclusive role on the Discord server. So if you feel inclined, you can pledge on Patreon to get access to this podcast and all the other shit. It's not required or anything, but if you like the podcast, and if you like my stuff enough, you can pledge to my Patreon. Thanks for listening. Here's the podcast.
You remember the Big Bang Theory? The TV show?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Guess what? Bazinga!
Oh god.
Shoot, I figured it out. That's why my desk always gets moved, because I'm banging into it all the time.
Hello. Welcome to the next episode. I'm your host, Liam. This is Tyler.
I just see like it's just the whole thing is just solid.
Yeah, on my end it just was like so welcome. Tyler's back again.
Hi.
Back again on the attack. The attack. So today we're going to be talking about the Doom video. The next couple of videos, and I'm going to change a little bit of what have we been playing lately, because usually I talk about that stuff with Dan on the other podcast, so I'm going to talk about more like older games that Dan probably hasn't played, you know, for people that want to like buy some hidden gems for the GameCube or something like that. You know, you never know what you might find at a local game store. That's what I've always said. And then I spend way too much. Anyway, Tyler?
Yes.
Are you alive?
Let me check.
Take your time.
I think.
Good podcast.
I think so.
That's good to hear. So, Doom video. Most of my videos, for some reason, I end up I start recording them like 3 to 4 months before they actually come out. One day I was like, I feel like playing Doom, just out of nowhere. I was just like, I want to replay this game. Popped it into the PS4 and started playing it. This was in October, and I had so much fun that I wanted to make a video on it. It's just fun when things work out that way. It's just like you're playing a game that you liked from whenever. It doesn't matter. You just have an urge to play it again. And you're like, this would make for a good video. And then it just works out like that. Because sometimes there are times where I've struggled to come up with ideas. And I'd have to like sift through the shelf. Just like, what the fuck do I need a video on next? And then I decide to make a video on TAC. No.
A masterpiece.
And then Tyler says, welcome to Sonic R.
Yeah, that happened.
So yeah, it worked. For the Doom video, I didn't want to say some really, because most people, when they talk about the new Doom, it's just like, it's really, I guess, generic kind of terms. It's like, alright, shooters nowadays, boring. How come I hear myself on your end, Tyler?
Do you?
Yeah.
Let me fix that.
So it's like, shooters nowadays, they're boring. They are all Call of Duty. They're all the same. All right. Doom is not the same. And then there's the killing is fun. And you kill and you have fun.
Isn't that like the new Duke? Not new. It's not new now, but Duke Nukem, the newest one. No, but it was different too. But no one liked it, so.
We don't talk about Duke Nukem forever.
I mean, what's the difference there, though? I know they're obviously different games, but they're both not traditional first-person shooters. But one of them did good, one of them didn't.
Tyler.
Yeah.
I need to actually explain why Duke Nukem Forever failed. All right.
I know it was like 20 years or something in development.
Yeah, it was in development since the late 90s. And it only came out in like 2011, and then it sucked. Like, it was not funny. It was not very fun compared to the previous Duke Nukem games. It just wasn't that interesting, and it failed.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened with that situation, and I haven't played Duke Nukem Forever in a long time, but maybe I should check it out again and relive the horror.
Yeah, I've never tried it. I've seen it in like the bargain bin for $8, and that's like the closest I've gotten to it is seeing it there.
Play Duke Nukem 3D, fucking awesome game.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, that actually is a good segue because I greatly prefer shooters of old, as they say, like Quake. I used to play Quake 3 Arena all the time. Halo is a pretty well designed game.
Like Halo 5.
Got some, not that one. Up until like I haven't played Halo Reach in a while, so I don't know. I can't really say how good that one was.
Well, Halo Reach was the last Bungie one, and then after that, 343 made Halo 4. So I
don't like Halo 4.
Okay.
The campaign, at least.
It was very
either. Boring. Halo 3 though, I was just replaying. Campaign's excellent, and the multiplayer. Oh, it's so fun. But I think we all know how good Halo is, so I don't really have to say anything. But
yeah.
Shooters were not always just copy paste. I guess that's too aggressive of a term, but I used to play Doom and Wolfenstein 3D all the time. Wolfenstein 3D was one of the first games I ever played. Fun fact.
Was it?
Yeah, I shouldn't have been playing it, but I did anyway.
How old were
and at
you?
the time, I was 3.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know what? Wolfenstein 3D was so, like, at the time, it wasn't, at other games that were coming out were more realistic. Like, Manhunt, I think, was coming out soon. Grand Theft Auto 3, yeah, would be more recent. Stuff like that is more realistic, and my mom was like, Wolfenstein in 3D is okay. Doom wasn't, but Wolfenstein 3D was...
Yeah, Nazis are cool, but demons are not.
Well, it was just Wolfenstein 3D was a lot more subtle with its violence. Doom was not.
Yeah, because,
obviously,
shooting people is subtle.
In retrospect, no. I shouldn't have been allowed to play Wolfenstein 3D. But, I played all those games all the time, and I wanted to find out why I liked those games more than the newer ones, and it was pretty fucking easy to figure out. The level design in all the old shooters is non-linear, and there's a lot to be discovered. Like, there are times where you could go through, like, Doom 2, and you, like, could go through without getting a certain weapon because you didn't look hard enough. Like, I was just playing Dusk recently, and there is a weapon that's amazing that you could go through the entire game without even knowing it's there. That's what I love about old shooter level design. Like, there are secrets that could really give you an edge in combat. It's pretty neat.
Is Dusk a new game, or
like with
it coming off an old IP, or?
No, Dusk is a brand new game. It's based. It's very reminiscent of Quake.
I want to look it up because I've heard you talk about it, but I have no idea what it is. So.
It's so good. I'm gonna talk more about Dusk on the next episode.
So it's 5:58 p.m.
I'm gonna talk about the next episode on a well-deserved funcast, but.
Oh, I saw Vinny playing this once.
Yeah, I'll talk about Dusk.
Okay.
But for now, I'm just gonna say it's good. All right, it's very good.
Okay.
Not finished yet though. Episode 3 is not out.
Oh, it's episodic?
And the multiplayers. Yeah, episode 3 is gonna come out later. You don't have to pay anything extra. It's just $20 for Dusk, and you'll get the updates and such.
Okay. The way DLC should be.
Yes. Like, Shantae Half Genie Hero, listen up. Your DLC is shit, and you're charging $10 for it. That's half the price of your game, and Shovel Knights is free. Anyway, yeah, you get the idea though. Shooters of old have had more interesting level design, fun combat that didn't rely too heavily on a cover system or any of the linear, very hand-holdy shooter mechanics that have been adopted. Some of them were fine. Like, in certain games, cover systems are great. Like, I just played Vanquish, and the cover system in there is not obtrusive at all. Vanquish is an excellent game. But then again, Platinum usually never fails. So, but like, that's what I liked Wolfenstein: The New Order for, because it was like a blend of new and old in the best possible way. Wolfenstein level design mixed with some of the better modern mechanics. Like, your health will recharge, but only by a little bit. You still have to look around for health packs and armor. There's a cover system, but it makes sense in the context of something like this because a lot of the enemies are way more powerful than you, so you're going to need that cover system. You're going to need to keep moving, right? The upgrade tree makes a lot more sense, and it encourages playing however you want. Like, you can, if you want to play like stealth like and get more upgrades for that part of the tree, then you can. If you want to be aggressive, if you want to get combat finishers, you can play however you want and upgrade whatever parts you want. It's really cool. Doom is very, very old school though, the new Doom. The more modern part, I guess, would be the upgrade system, but the upgrade system still feels old school in a way because, well, like I said, it encourages you playing however you like, but you can also get upgrade points based on finding secrets, based on what you do in combat. Like, if you kill demons a certain way, it'll give you an upgrade point. There are challenges and such. It's never really too modern, I guess. It still feels really old school while still feeling accessible.
Okay, so
it's pretty cool. No, I'm done now.
I was gonna say, okay, so I know you talk about both these games a lot. You like them both. Which one, if you had to say, would you recommend over the other, Doom or Wolfenstein?
Now, this is usually tough. I like the both of them for different reasons. Wolfenstein is a really compelling game because of its story and because it was like the beginning of the rejuvenation of first-person shooters. Doom, however, is a fucking thrill ride, and that alone makes it super replayable and super fun to just keep coming back to. I'd say Doom.
Okay. So no,
but Wolfenstein: The New Order is like, whenever it goes on sale, please get that too.
Okay. I know, like, I'm really good at like the modern first-person shooter, but I remember I was at your place once and I tried Doom out, and oh my god, I was terrible at that game. So
yeah, well, I mean, this is the thing. Quake isn't usually accessible to newcomers because it's very movement based, and you're jumping around the area and you're trying to like get your shotgun position just right while you're flying through the air so you can get the edge on people and just fuck them up, you know? It's that's how Doom is too, but with Doom, only a certain amount of demons will shoot at you, so you can get up close and personal with them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very movement based, but you have breathing room. Quake, you don't. So that's why Quake's inaccessible. Doom, I think you'll have a better time with if you just get accustomed to how it plays. Okay. If you give it a shot, you know?
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
There's always so many games you talk about that I've never played, and these are both some of them, so if I was to start with one, which one would you say is better? So, okay.
Yeah. I'd say pick up Doom.
Okay.
But I want you to play both of them. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about. Just what made Doom so special. What makes shooters from the 90s so special. And how Doom itself succeeds in new and interesting ways. Especially with that glory kill system. Like, the glory kills at the first, I think for a lot of people, they were like, this is hokey. Because really all it is just, once they're damaged enough, you walk up to them and you press a button and it does like a really goofy ass glory kill where you like rip the demon in half or something like that. It's really stupid. Doom has always been super over the top, like comedic violence almost.
It reminds me kind of you know, like Gears of War, like the chainsaw kills in that game.
Oh, totally. It's like when you get a chainsaw in the old Doom, it says, a chainsaw, find some meat.
Oh, really?
It's like, yeah. It's very over the top. And that's what the glory kills were there for. And people were like, well, it doesn't really, it's fun. But the thing is, you can activate different glory kills depending on where you press the button. Like, if you're falling from a high height and you decide to land on a demon that is about, like, that's glowing, that can be glory killed, you will stomp their head in. It's like, it's crazy finding all of this stuff, and then they encourage you to do so through the challenges, right?
Okay.
The other thing is, they give you health. Every time you glory kill, you are guaranteed health. So, that alone is risk versus reward. If you're low on health, it's like, no, you can't hide and wait for it to recharge. You have to get back in there, and you have to get glory kills to get your health back.
Well,
It'll be worth it in the end. And that is what I love about Doom, the new Doom. It's so cool. The glory kill system's great. Like, I was not expecting to love it as much as I did.
could someone, if they're low on health, kind of mix up kind of new and old with where they could like hide behind cover, shoot at someone, get back behind cover, shoot at them until they turn yellow, then run up and get them? Or is that something that doesn't work?
There are long distance guns, but the demons will come up to you and kill you.
Okay. So no, I'm just wondering, yeah, if that's something you can mix up there. Is
There
it
are-
more
there
you have
are-
to run up?
There are health packs too, but
Okay.
your best bet is the glory kills, and there are many ways to do that. Like I said,
Mhm.
So yeah, there's a lot of things that make the new Doom special, and just as I was playing it, there were so many parts where I was like, this shows why this game is so fucking fantastic. Replaying it, I wanted to. Thank God I didn't make a Game of the Year video in 2016 because I would have regretted saying Overwatch because Doom is definitely my Game of the Year of 2016. I like Doom a lot.
That's
Overwatch
like that came out in 2016.
Sorry?
It came out in 2016. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not know that.
And it just came out on the Switch, and I actually legitimately considered buying it again so I could play it on the go. Like, Doom is that much fun to me. I was like, I would love to play this anywhere.
Does it run good on the Switch? No problems then?
Despite running at 30 FPS, yes,
oh, no.
it runs well.
This is we're in 2018. Every game should run 60 FPS. It's
yeah,
unacceptable.
Despite it being a technical marvel in the first place that the thing's running on a tablet, unacceptable.
No, if you can't do 60, I don't want to see it.
Except that you could just buy it on something else.
Yeah. You know, if it's portable, I'll give it that though. I won't shoot it down.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Dark Souls Remastered won't be running at 60 on the Switch.
Not acceptable. I cannot have this. This is wrong.
But it is on everything else, so it's like I can play Dark Souls on the go versus 60 frames on something else.
Today I feel like playing 60 frames. Tomorrow I want to play 30 frames.
Listen. Dark Souls on the Switch. You can take Dark Souls with you. That alone, I don't fucking care. By the way, Dark Souls runs at 30 on, like, its previous versions all ran at 30. So it's like if you're used to that, getting it on the Switch will not really hurt you.
I guess. You beat me. You bested me.
Bloodborne runs at 30 frames.
Unacceptable! Sorry.
Is it unacceptable, though?
No, not really. Well, I don't know. It depends. I don't know. I have my own opinions about 60 versus 30 frames.
I think 60 is, no matter what, it's just a better frame rate.
Of course.
But depends on the circumstances. Like, it's like Dark Souls is running at 30 on the Switch, but you can play it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck.
I know there's a lot more to it, but like I just know I see. Like, I play my GameCube, and I can get games at 60 frames, and I know there's more to it, but I think, like, this is, like, GameCube, why can't everyone else do it?
Yeah,
so,
well...
I don't know.
That's totally true. 60 frames is just kind of, like, the better frame rate for a game.
As long as they're not focusing, instead of 60, on 4K, I don't care.
They should focus more on 60.
Yeah.
4K is a meme. It's cool, but it's a meme because 60 frames is more important.
Minecraft in 4K.
That is just stupid. Anyway, we were talking, I guess, to summarize with the Doom video, I had a lot to say. Hopefully I conveyed everything that I wanted to say through that video. The music especially. Oh man, that music. Mick Gordon, especially when he talked about how he made that soundtrack, it's not generic for like a metal soundtrack. It's not what you'd expect at all, and I think he knew that he didn't want to make something typical. He didn't just
sorry.
What did you want me to say though?
I was just gonna say, was every track in that game new, or was some of it reused then from other games?
No, all the tracks were new, but like at Doom's Gate wasn't. Like it was just it's the classic like Doom theme that we all know, like.
But it was remade then, though, right?
Yeah, he slowed it down, played it on a 9-string guitar, and it sounds pretty badass.
Oh, you talked to me about this one, yeah, before. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. So that's Doom. I love old school shooters. I love the new Doom. I love that shooters are back in their rightful place. And hopefully we get more stuff like that. And you know what? We have been, because Dusk is coming out this month. Or not this month. This year. It's in early access until like April or something. But even if it wasn't, I'm going to put it on my fucking list because it's episodic. Who cares? Yeah, Dusk is like... very good. Yeah, I miss old shooters, and I'm glad that we're in an age where people miss them too and are making them, you know, and reminding people like, hey, this is how it's done.
Is there like a cutoff year you'd say where we switched from like Doom and Wolfenstein to the Call of Duty kind of first person? Is there like a year you can think of where like that was like, okay, this is the norm, we've switched now?
To Halo 3 was the last one.
Well, I mean,
okay,
that
was like the 2007 was the cutoff year because Halo 3 came out that year, but also Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare came out.
Oh, that makes yeah, there you go. That makes sense actually. I was thinking. Yeah.
That game had the old school mode, which I love the old school mode in Call of Duty 4. It's too bad the PS3 servers got shut down. I would have played it any day. But like, after that, Call of Duty went in this direction that it was just, this was the standard for shooters, deal with it, and a lot of shooters went in that direction, and I did not appreciate it at all. The waiting for the strawberry jam to get off of your screen so you can try shooting again, nuh-uh, not a fan.
Looks pretty though. Strawberry jam looked pretty nice.
Yeah, I would have eaten it if I could. It probably tastes like blood though. But yeah, I guess that's the cutoff year.
Okay.
I mean, we got Halo Reach, right? And we got some good ones in the middle too.
Halo Reach was like a mix between
Call of Duty Zombies came out in 2008. It was the first time we played Zombies, and then Zombies was like the most original. Like it felt really old school. It was it had point based, and you bought things with your points, and you'd survive. Call of Duty Zombies was really cool, but fun. when Black Ops 2 rolled around, they fucked it up. But
have you played Transit though?
Oh, have I? Woo! Transit. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the Wii U is one of my favorite things to say. Just Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the Wii U. And everybody, like, people look at me funny.
I think everything about Call of Duty Black Ops 2 sucks. The campaign sucks.
No, it doesn't. The campaign is pretty cool.
I hate it. It's a movie. You just watch.
It's a movie.
Hey, look! There's a guy. Let's shoot him. Well, okay, let's watch this interactive cutscene.
Well, there are dumb things in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Like I said, Call of Duty went in this direction and it took the shooter genre in a direction that I did not like, except for Vanquish. But
I just got
it
bored.
was. Yeah, it just Black Ops 2. It was cool with like the different criteria you could get for all 4 endings, and how the spec op or whatever they're called, the secret missions would also lead to the secret endings, right? I remember being like, it was like I had was it David Mason was the character?
Yeah, David and Alex.
David Mason, I had him. He quit the force in my ending, and he put like his dog tags on Alex Mason's grave, and then he said, I quit. And then Woods put his hand on his shoulder and he was like, he's happy to hear that, and he pointed to Alex's grave. And I was like, oh man, this is one of the endings? That's just sweet. It's like the neutral ending, I guess. The special ending was where Alex turned up alive.
Oh, if you shoot him in the leg.
Yeah, if you shoot him in the leg instead of the head.
Well, if you shoot him anywhere but the leg or the head, what happens, I wonder? Like,
if you didn't shoot him in the head,
you just
he
fail?
would have lived.
No, but I mean, like, because the cutscenes only ever show the leg or the head, so I wonder if you shot him in, like, the arm or the chest, would he die still, or would it be like mission
No.
failed
You'd have to shoot him in the head.
to kill him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That plot twist actually got me back when I first played the game. But now looking back on it, it's a little hokey.
I don't remember how I felt about it. I was like, oh. But yeah, I don't remember.
I don't know. It's just Black Ops 2 is a mixed bag, but I for the most part I like the campaign. It's just it has the stupidness of shooters that I think we talked about before.
I enjoyed going back to the Alex and Woods. I didn't enjoy the future stuff. That's when all the cutscenes happened, I felt.
Oh God, yeah.
So
yeah, you're right. Wait, who is David's friend?
I don't know. He sounded like he smoked a pack every day or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was like when they were on the vehicle, and they were going super fast, and he barely dodged like scaffolding, and then he just turns to David, and he was like, "That was a nut hair from taking my goddamn face off."
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
One of the endings, does he like burned alive or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, one of the endings, Menendez kills Woods.
Yeah. So I think I got the good ending, but I think that point I was like,
what was the good ending?
It's where you don't kill him, because if he's stuck in jail, then if you kill him, then everything gets hacked.
Oh, so you didn't kill the character? Like you like make a conscious choice not to shoot him in the head?
Yeah, I was like, take him away, boys, and they took him away. So, and then he was in jail. Oh, 1 second, I'm gonna get interrupted in a minute. So.
Sorry, we had a bit of an interruption, but we were talking about Call. Well, that's pretty much it for Black Ops.
Wait, why are we talking about Call of Duty?
Well, it's because shooters went in that direction, right?
Okay.
This is fine. I was about to do this podcast solo before I just hit up Tyler.
You know,
like this wouldn't have happened if Tyler wasn't here, and that would be poopy.
Is there a way you can like put the picture I sent you?
It's a podcast.
I mean, like, but can you?
What? Which picture?
The one we said, "Are you busy?" and what I sent back.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll just put that in like the comments on Patreon or something. Anyway, yeah. So next two videos I had planned were, well, one of them was a Super Monkey Ball retrospective, and this is the funny thing. This is the really funny thing. It's like, because I know these come out a month later on YouTube, and people in the month are just gonna be like, "Ha, that worked out well." If I don't actually make them.
Oh, so you're got it now.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. I've been playing Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, and I wanted to talk about what makes Super Monkey Ball so much fun. I'm not going to talk about much of the other ones. Like, I'll talk about Banana Blitz because it was on the Wii, and it was something else. I'll talk about Monkey Ball Adventure for a bit.
Junior.
I'll talk about Monkey Ball Junior. I'll talk about Monkey Ball Junior as well, because it's pretty fucking cool. They ported that game to the Game Boy Advance.
Was that a
They
port?
ported Monkey Ball. Yeah.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh. Do they have a DS Monkey Ball?
Yeah, but it was called like Touch and Roll. I don't really care about that one. There was also one with the Wii Balance Board, which was lame. There was one on the Vita, which I hear was pretty generic. So Monkey Ball totally could be as good as it was in the GameCube days, but they're just not trying hard enough.
I'm still waiting for the one I want.
Oh, Monkey Ball VR.
First person VR.
First person VR Monkey Ball. So when you're going super fast down the slide levels, it's in VR, and you're just freaking out.
Do you ever see that like news clip where that guy is on the slide and he's screaming on? It's just that.
I would play Monkey Ball VR. I also would probably need a plastic bag nearby.
Yeah, it'd be called Monkey Ball, like...
Super Monkey Ball VR, and the subtitle would be grab a bag.
There you go.
The back of the box would say, you're gonna need the bag.
Or no, it comes with the bag, like it's a pre-order bonus.
100 new, disgustingly nauseating levels.
Oh my goodness.
Exclusive to PSVR. But yeah, Monkey Ball is like, you really only play it with the fucking control stick. Yet it's so much fun. If people have you guys seen speed runs of that game? It's
They are
crazy.
so cool. Speedruns Monkey Ball.
Yeah. Just like, oh man, it's so much fun. I recorded some of my footage. I recorded myself playing the Pro Skaters level where I pressed up at the right time and I went right through the goal. It was as it was coming back down the ramp. I was so happy with myself. And there are so many levels in that game where it's just like, okay, the best way to clear this level, you could do it really tediously by going through like the triangle sections. I think it was called the beehive level or honeycomb level or whatever, where you have to like cross the triangles. The best way to do that is to hold forward and bounce yourself across the triangles just right so that you can make it to the goal. The tedious way might cost you a lot of time and you might fail trying to get there. So one of the things about Monkey Ball 2 I love is that since there's no extra lives and the story mode just lets you retry levels as much as you want, you can continue to keep it getting better at Monkey Ball. That's why by the time the final levels come around, you're like a fucking master at Monkey Ball, and you can just beast mode through everything.
So now I was playing with you and Dalen, and you guys are way better than me, but I never play remote. I don't play very often, so...
Yeah, you played the Game Boy one.
That's the only one I really played, yeah. I mean, I played it once at your house, the one we were playing that one time.
And you tried to go through the inchworm level on the hardest one.
Well, no, I mean before that I'd played once, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you streamed it, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah. So this was fun. Tyler came over last week and he was playing Monkey Ball and he was on the inchworm level just trying so hard to go through the hardest one.
I almost had it.
And almost had it. When we went into practice mode, Dalen got it a second try.
I'm pretty sure Dalen, he had like an action replay controller or something.
Oh yeah, and he modded his controller.
Pretty sure he at least changed like one of the buttons, like he changed the color or something that actually affects gameplay. So
yes,
just want to make it clear that I'm actually good and he's just cheating to beat me. So. That's a serious laugh, not like a laugh of the fact that I'm lying or anything, because I'm not.
A serious laugh. But yeah, no, I want to talk about Monkey Ball. Monkey Ball is a fun video, and the party games are fun too. Dalen and I were playing Monkey Soccer the other day, and we were laughing so hard. Because Monkey Soccer is insane. And Monkey Billiards, I got so triggered.
Monkey Billiards? That's a thing?
Yep, Monkey Billiards.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there's like Monkey Dog Fight and stuff.
Dog Fight?
Monkey Boat.
Are you talking about like plain dog fight or like Pokemon dog fight? Okay.
Plain dog fight.
Okay. Wait, how do you... They're balls.
There's also Monkey Fuck. And that's my favorite one.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
You have to roll the monkey down a path into a giant vagina.
Yeah, it's only on the Wii U, and you have to go to the browser.
It's VR. Oh god, that's a fetish that I know.
Why didn't they ever do that? They should have made a VR for the Wii U, where they just make it the controller. Like, like Google, what do they call it? Google Cardboard. Make a Nintendo version. And you just put the gamepad in the Nintendo Cardboard. And then you put it on your head. And then you can look around. That'd be cool. They should have done
it. Oh, fuck. I thought you were talking about they should have made a game that's VR where you just enter a vagina.
They should do that too. Have they not? Someone's gotta have made that by now.
There's probably like a VR experience where you get eaten by something.
Stop.
There are people that like vor.
Yeah, guess who's not one of them? Wait, what'd you say?
I said there are people that like vor out there and they want to be eaten by things.
I thought you said something else. Okay.
Yumly in my tumbly. Anyway, Monkey Ball. Well, I guess that's really all I have to say right now. I don't want to go too in depth with it.
You should read your script out right here, right now.
Yes. Welcome to Super Monkey Ball.
You should. I want you to start every video like that now.
Yes.
Copy my cool intro. Where
I'll say it in the shower.
Oh yeah, let's go.
The other one I wanted to make was retrospective on Platinum Games. So Platinum Games, if you're uninitiated, they made Mad World, Bayonetta, Anarchy Reigns, Vanquish, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, Nier Automata. It's not what it's called, but
I don't know.
Stuff. They made those games, and their Bayonetta 3 is coming soon. Before that, Hideki Kamiya and his boys worked at Clover Studio on Beautiful Joe, Okami, and God Hand. So they have experience and they've made some quality games in the past, but Platinum Games keeps up this like quality standard that blows my mind. They are like the kings of action games. I don't know how they do it, and that's why I wanted to make a retrospective on them, just to like honor what they've done, because they've done some pretty impressive stuff. Like, hello, Dalen, are you okay? Okay.
No.
Wait, there's food upstairs? Nice. Alright. I'll show you what I got in a second. I went downtown. Anyway, what was I talking about before Dalen?
Platinum Games. And
yes. I was playing Vanquish and I was like, I need to do this. Same with Mad World. The two of them I played recently and I was like, I need to play this. I need these in my bum. And
is that where you put them?
yes.
Oh.
Or I need to make this video. And yeah, maybe eventually, because they've done some pretty incredible stuff. Have you played any Platinum games, Tyler?
I'll give me 1 second. I'll tell you, because I don't. I'll look up what they've made. Because no, Platinum Games, not the material. Let's see. Let's see. They made Star Fox Zero. I didn't play that. That's cool. I didn't know that.
No.
Wait, what's this then?
Well, they didn't make it. They helped with Nintendo. They helped.
Oh,
Nintendo
co-developed by Nintendo. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I've not played a single Platinum. If this is all they've made.
You haven't played any of those?
If this is all they've made, then yeah. Wait, what's this? Oh no, I haven't played that one either. So no, I haven't played a single one.
I will legitimately. I'll give you access to my Steam library so you can play Bayonetta and Vanquish.
Okay.
Yeah, Platinum, good shit, and people know what I'm talking about that play Platinum games. So those two retrospectives would be really fun to make. Blue Dragon hasn't been making too much progress lately because it's a long ass game, and I haven't felt as motivated. But I will be making a video on that game because I know that making videos on obscure games, for some reason, that those videos are more successful. I don't know why that is. Or Zelda.
You get people who just like one day they're like, "You remember that game? I wonder if anyone knows that game." And then, "Oh my god, this game!" And they keep going back and watching the video over and over.
Yeah.
And I've done that so many times.
Like, do you remember that game about the caveman? The caveman with the pot belly that would run around and collect toys with his rattle. Oh yeah, attack.
Okay, I thought that's what you were going for. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Blue Dragon would be like, do you remember that game that looked like Dragon Ball but wasn't Dragon Ball?
Do you remember that game that had like blue eyes, white dragon, but wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh? And
yeah.
Is Blue Dragon just a one and done, or do they make multiple games in a series?
Okay, so they made 2 DS games that weren't anything special.
Oh.
And then they made an anime that wasn't very good.
Okay, I just want. Is this actually a good game or no?
Blue Dragon is great.
Because like one of another friend of mine was given a copy of it, but it seemed like it was a joke, but I didn't get the joke, and I didn't know if it was because the game was bad or was there something else there, like just like
there are people out there that don't like Blue Dragon, but I like it a lot. And I think if you don't play many RPGs, especially if you're like new to RPGs as well, Blue Dragon's great. Like Blue Dragon's combat system is really complex, but it's very easy to get into.
So
and that's one of the things I love about it. Just leveling up the different classes and mixing and matching, equipping skills from different classes for your dragon. It's crazy how much depth it has, and I just want to talk about it. And I know people don't like it, and they're like, it falls into genre traps, and it does from time to time, but like, and the story could be much better, but it's just the combat system is so much fun to mess around with. It's great. And when the game gets hard, like around the end of disc 2 onward, it's so much fun.
How many discs are there?
3.
Is this what console is this for?
Xbox 360.
That's it?
Yep.
Huh. But who made this one then?
This was made by Mistwalker and Artoon. So Mistwalker went on to make Lost Odyssey, also for the Xbox 360. And though people love all Lost Odyssey, like they like that more than Blue Dragon. And Artoon made Blinks the Time Sweeper for the original Xbox back in the day, and great game as well. So the two of them collaborated. This Hironobu Sakaguchi, creator of Final Fantasy, worked on Blue Dragon. It was his idea, and then it was composed by none other than Nobuo Uematsu. I think I'm saying his name right. Who composed the music for a lot of Final Fantasy games.
Oh, okay.
Notably 7, which I love 7's music, but and character designs. Hold on a second. It's all in the back of the box. Give me a quick second, Tyler. Entertain the folk.
Okay. So, did you guys ever hear the one about the guy who was a YouTuber?
I should have known this. Hold on. What were you saying?
He went to a forest, and
where did I go?
The forest. See, it was in Japan. And it was a forest that people, normally don't, they don't go to, but they sometimes do. But like normally people don't go with
the
video camera. So
characters were designed by Akira Toriyama. You know what he made? He made Dragon Ball.
Guess what?
Sorry, we're interrupted again. I think I just mentioned Akira Toriyama, creator of Dragon Ball, did this stuff, the art.
Yes, I think. I say yes confidently, but I have no idea.
Either way, it's out there now. And
now you know.
Yeah, they assembled an all-star team for this game. Obviously, it's not the best RPG in the world. Like, there are a lot of better RPGs out there. But I think that Blue Dragon deserves the attention. It's obscure, and it's cool. They accomplished a lot. I need to play Lost Odyssey as well from the people that made this game, Blue Dragon. I say this game because I'm holding it, but you can't see it.
This one right here?
Yeah, this one right here.
Huh.
I'm pointing. I'm pointing to BMX XXX.
Were they a first or a second party developer for Microsoft then, or why did they only develop for Xbox?
I think Artoon might have been a second party developer.
Okay. So I never understand why companies that are not second party will only develop for like one console sometimes.
Well, that's probably just because they like it.
Yeah, but that means less money.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're just dumb.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But yeah, that's for the next videos. That's all I really have to say right now. I'm planning like another retrospective, a long marathon kind of deal, but it probably won't.
If this is the one I'm thinking of, I'm looking forward to it.
What are you thinking?
Well, there's one that you've told me you're working on. I don't know if I can say it. So
no, I think we talked about it on the podcast before.
I don't remember. So.
But that will be a marathon. It'll probably come out in parts because there's a lot to talk about.
Oh,
it's Call of Duty Zombies.
What?
I think we mentioned it before.
I said I'll come up after and look. It's cool, but I'm in the middle of recording something.
I don't care. Sorry.
Like this time you didn't even knock on the door. You just walked in.
I'm just really excited. I'm sorry.
They're cool. I will come up after them. Look. Thank you. Sorry again.
Wow.
So what's going on? You're doing a marathon?
The Call of Duty Zombie. It won't be a marathon though.
The
marathon that I'm thinking of, I won't talk about for now because it's very early.
Okay.
But
have I heard of this one? Or is this one?
I might have told you about it.
I don't know.
But either way,
we'll figure it out.
Either way, I don't want to talk about it because I'm not sure if I'm even gonna make it.
Oh.
But yeah. And I think I wanted to do like a Halloween kind of deal.
Okay.
Later.
Like
obviously in October.
This is a new idea, or this is that marathon you're talking about?
This is a new idea.
Okay.
I have 3 games in mind. Obviously, the cliche one is Luigi's Mansion. because
Mario.
you know. But the other one, I wanted to do a couple more. Like Manhunt was one of them, and Geist was the other. And we'll talk about both of those in just a bit, because the next section of the podcast is the game buys. I don't have a name for the segment, but we're gonna call it game
It's
buys.
a good name, game buys.
But,
like I couldn't have come up with something better. So
I was gonna say games I bought recently, but that's Pete Dora's territory. That's his meme. I can't really do that.
So there you go. You got your own meme now.
So, yeah. Speaking of Mad World and Vanquish, I bought both of those recently. And obviously I talked about just why Platinum's so great. Vanquish made good changes to the shooter. Mad World, however, I have not talked about in great detail. I really like that game. It's a Wii game, first of all. This is important. This was their first game. And I noticed that it had a score system, and I was like, oh, why is it on score? Well, as it happens, to get through levels faster, you need to get more score. How do you get more score? And because as you're progressing through the level, the more score you have, the more parts of the level you unlock, and that will lead to getting more score. And how do you get score? By killing enemies creatively and through very torturous means. So one of the examples is you stuff them in a barrel. Or sorry, you stuff a tire over them so they can't move. Then you stuff them in a barrel, and then you stab them on a spike wall to finish them off. Or you stuff them in a barrel with the tire on them, you punch them a bit, and then you throw them in front of a moving train.
Oh, goodness.
So it's really ridiculous. Or you could do like, while they're just completely helpless, you could just do a finisher with your chainsaw and just cut through them. And with the Wii, like, doing the QuickTime events on the Wii, I swear to God, they're always fun. They're, like, on the Wii, it's ridiculous. That's why I wanted to get Manhunt 2 on the Wii. Yeah, I know it's really fucked up considering the context of that game.
Wait, it's on the Wii?
Yeah, Manhunt 2's on the Wii.
What? They won't put GTA on the Wii, but they'll put Manhunt 2 on the Wii?
Well, GTA couldn't run.
I mean, okay. Actually, you know what? They did Chinatown Wars on the DS. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, substance-wise, but...
Yeah, well, they put Manhunt 2 on the Wii because it was on PS2. But, and for some reason they didn't put it on new consoles. They were just like, we're gonna make one on PS2. Either way, though, Manhunt 2 lets you do all the executions with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. And, yeah, for that game, it's fucked up. Like, it's sickening because the executions are disgustingly brutal. Like, they're disturbing.
Hey, Billy, what do you plan? Oh, just Manhunt. Do you like it, Mom? Billy, let me just watch you play. Let me just strangle this person with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, Mom.
Oh,
yeah.
1 second. Let me grab this wire and cut their head off with it by choking them so
Mom,
hard.
look at me doing the actions. I'm learning.
Look at me. I'm putting a syringe in their eye.
Mom, do you like?
Yeah, it's disgusting, some of them. But Mad World, it's fun and comical because it's super over the top, and the announcers are really funny. They like make fun of you if you're doing poorly.
You had said, like, I remember when you talked about Mad World, I said, this is the black and white game, right? He said, yes. So I'm looking at gameplay right now of it, and I'm like, I'm watching the movement, and it hurts my eyes so much. Just looking at a still of this, I can't do it. So, I need to actually see it on, like, a TV, or maybe play it, because, like, I'm just, like, looking at it from my point of view, looking at it, just the video, it hurts, so I don't know.
I thought it would hurt too, but then I played it and I was fine.
Yeah, I guess it would have to be something to do with, like, actually playing it compared to just watching it, because you actually control. But yeah, just watching. I was just watching a Let's Play of it, just skipping through it to see what it looks like, and I cannot do it.
I really like how the only color that you see is red, like for the blood.
I saw there's a bit of yellow. Wait, is there a bit of yellow, or is that just?
Well, the yellow would be like if you get like a super violence or ultra violence.
They have like
an
announcement
combo.
or whatever. But
yeah, basically Mad World and is like the more score you get, the faster you get through the levels, and you want to get a bunch of score as fast as possible. So you don't just run around punching them, because that'd be really boring. Because the combat in Mad World isn't like the best thing ever. It's not like Metal Gear Rising. It's more about how you kill the enemies to get through stuff. right?
Okay.
But as it goes on, they start to swarm you a little bit, and it can be a little overwhelming. So you might find yourself just swinging your chainsaw to get the hell out of there. But the boss fights are incredible. I really like the boss fights. They're challenging and they're a lot of fun. One of the more interesting ones is when you're in Chinatown, or I think it's just called Asian Town.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's just called Asian Town.
Huh.
Well, this is a Japanese game. It's fine.
Okay, I see. It's fine, yes.
It's
I'm
fine
glad
because
you-
it was made in Japan.
I'm glad you're able to convince me with this argument, Liam, that it's fine.
The boss, I forget her name, but it's very sexual, and it's very strange. Like one of the quick time events, she gets on top of you and starts riding you, and you have to like get her off of you with the Wii Remote and nunchuck.
Hey, Jimmy, what are you playing? Oh, Mom, look, I'm just playing Mad World. What's this that's happening? Oh, I'm just fighting a boss.
Hey, Jimmy, what are you playing? I love that. Well, you know what? The parents should be buying those games in the first place. You know, that's something that's always pissed me off too. The whole M-rated game thing. They're M-rated for a fucking reason. Don't buy your kids
Yeah, like,
M-rated games.
I don't think it has happened in a long time. When like the GTA used to be in the news and be like, "Oh, this game is
Then don't
bad."
buy it!
Yeah, it's not for you. It's for like it's someone who's 18 and up. I don't know if the age is different in different countries. For Canada,
Okay.
it's 18 and up. So be 18 and up or don't complain.
Manhunt 2 was originally rated adults only, meaning that it couldn't come out on the Wii and PS2. All right.
Oh, there's more noise now. There's more people.
The game, it's fine. I
Sorry.
don't hear it. The
Good.
game is too disturbing. The game was too disturbing, and the violence was too realistic. So they were like, "This is adults only because it's very disturbing, and unless you censor the fuck out of this game, which we don't advocate, it's not going to come out on the Wii and PS2. It only PC. You can't do it."
And they did
So
censor
Rockstar were forced to censor the game on consoles.
it. So is the PC version how it used to be then?
Yeah, the PC version is pretty much the only way to play Manhunt 2.
And it's rated A or M?
It's rated A. So that's very rare for games
So
to be
if
rated
I go on
A.
Steam right now.
It's been removed from Steam.
Oh,
Steam doesn't usually have AO rated games.
wait, Manhunt. Why is
Like,
Manhunt one more
Honey-
or two?
Honey Pop had to be heavily cut down when it was released on Steam. You have to get like an uncensored patch to play the AO version.
That's so dumb though. I don't know. Like that's the developers have developed that game for
Yeah.
that. In that sense, it's censorship.
This
and I hate
game is
censorship.
made for adults. Do not play it if you are a child. And yet there are senators like, we need to protect our children from this game.
Yeah.
Then don't buy it for your kids.
Yeah, it's not for
Like,
you. So stop. Manhunt 2. A.
So the other thing I wanted to mention is I hate when video games aren't considered art and they like people say they can't convey themes, like serious themes. There was a game called, I think it was called 6 Days in Fallujah, and I think you might have heard of this. In the news in 2011, they had to cancel a game that was about the Iraq War.
Wait, 6
And-
days in Fallujah?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. They had to cancel it because it was too realistic. But the thing is, the developers contacted soldiers and they wanted to give a realistic perspective on what it was like to fight the war and how awful it was and how disturbing it was.
I'm just looking at
and they
pictures and it looks just like any other Call of Duty. What's wrong with it?
Well, it was because the themes it conveyed were way too realistic.
Oh.
Yeah. So, the thing is, they had a huge problem with that and they had to cancel the game. And that pissed me the fuck off when I was younger because I was like, at the time I had just seen Saving Private Ryan for the first time.
Good movie.
Nobody had a care in the world about that movie because even though it conveyed the same exact themes that 6 Days in Fallujah was going for, nobody batted an eye at releasing that movie in theaters. However, 6 Days in Fallujah gets fucking canceled, and that aggravates me to no end.
Okay, where's the...
I don't know how in 2018 there are still people that don't see games as art, because they are like the ultimate art form. They have aspects of every other art medium in one, as well as spawning its own different ways or different like subsets that create this art medium. Like programming is all part of it, you know? Like
Mhm.
level design is a huge part of it, and it's one of the most creative and really compelling forms of art that I've seen. I love level design. I love thinking about how levels are made. And it just pisses me off that we're in that age. And I talked to my parents about it, and it's the same. Like they feel the same way.
Wait, in your side or the other side?
No, they feel for me.
Okay.
Like my mom's like games are art. It's like
Well,
I
that's
don't know
cool.
why they don't see it.
Yeah,
And I've
someone
talked to them a lot about it.
Yeah, just because it takes a team to make doesn't mean it's not art.
Hmm.
I don't. Yeah, I think there can be games like Ninja Breadman that but
Well, it's still it might be a piece of shit, but it's still a form of art.
I guess yeah, it's because yeah,
All
it's,
games
what do you
all
I guess,
games
yeah.
are art. It's just not all of them are good.
'Cause,
Just like
like,
film.
That's true, actually. Yeah,
The Lego movie is, or not Lego movie. What was
the
that?
Lego
The
movie is
Minions
art.
movie. The Minions movie. That's still art, even though it's a piece of shit. You know.
Liam, I think I have to correct you here. You've used the wrong terminology. I think you meant it's a good movie.
Yes, that's what I meant. I
Okay,
love the
well,
emoji.
I'm
movie
glad
as
I
well.
could. Oh, there you go. I'm glad I could kind of set you on the right path here. Cause
What the fuck was I talking? Mad World. Yes.
yeah,
I'm done with
the
that.
emoji movie.
I'm pretty much done with that topic. My thumb is bleeding.
Why?
I don't know. Oh, it's probably because of my nail.
What are you
I
doing
have
with
a
your
fucked up
nail?
nail.
Why don't?
Nothing. It started bleeding.
Well, that's not good.
Sorry, you cut out.
I said that's not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's
Maybe
not.
a Band-Aid. Go boo boo. Geist. I don't know if I've talked about it at length, but it's a pretty cool game. It's GameCube exclusive, published by Nintendo. It's about possessing things to solve puzzles and stuff, and you have to figure out how you're gonna be able to possess them. And it's just a lot of fun. It's not the best game out there, but it's really freaking cool. I'm gonna make a video on that probably, definitely during October.
Okay.
But what else have I been playing recently? Well, I talked about Vanquish a little bit. Manhunt. I just got the original Manhunt, and that game I've talked about on Twitter for a bit. It's disturbing. The grotesque executions are scary, but at the same time, you're compelled to play through it. It's pretty cool because it's a challenging stealth game, and that's something that I like. I don't play a lot of stealth games, but Manhunt does what it does right. It's pretty cool. Like combat with one person, you might be able to survive. Two people, it's a little overwhelming, and then just basically don't get caught because you will be punished for it.
Is there bosses in that game?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't played enough of it.
Okay.
I hope there is actually, like some like way of, if you incorporate stealth into a boss fight to try and kill them, like finding a way to execute them, that would be so neat. I'm trying to think of other games that I've been playing recently. Like I'm looking up the shelf here.
Yeah, you said Monkey Ball. You played that, but you talked about that already.
Oh, not the new Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein from 2009. This was given to me by my brother's friend Aiden. So thanks, Aiden. Now this game is it's all right. Feels more Call of Duty-esque than it does Wolfenstein. Though. It has this mechanic where you can use like the spiritual powers to like manipulate time and space and stuff.
Excuse me?
Yeah, and gravity, and it's something else. I can't say that I would play this game again.
And what's it called?
It's just called Wolfenstein. It came out in 2009.
Wolfenstein. Okay.
Like, look up Wolfenstein Xbox 360 or something like that.
Wolfenstein 2009. Oh, it has Ghost Riders on the front.
Yeah.
Watch some gameplay of this one, know what it's like.
I think I might have talked about Zombie U last episode, but if not, good game as well. A lot of the games that I've bought recently, I haven't played yet. Like, I still have to get to them. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland, I'm gonna play in a bit. I've never played that before.
Is that like a Fallout esque Tony Hawk game?
No, it's in like an open world game. Well, it's not Fallout-esque, but it's an open world game.
Okay.
I hear it's. Some people say it's the best Tony Hawk. Some people say it's one of the worst. And I'm
What
gonna
was the
find
one like,
out.
Tony Hawk 3 everyone said was really good?
Pro Skater 3 is like widely considered the best one. Either that or Underground 1.
What was the one that used like that weird balance board kind of looking thing?
Tony Hawk Ride? Oh god, that game was awful. They made 2, and apparently they sold really bad. So Tony Hawk Ride did not sell very well, and it was priced at $120.
That's good.
Sold like awful garbage. I think it only sold like 100,000 or something. Then they made a sequel. For some unknown reason, they made a sequel called Tony Hawk Shred, which was snowboarding instead. That game was also priced at $120, and it sold, I think, 30,000, which is abysmal.
That's what you call, oops, we made too many of these balance boards. We gotta sell them again. Make a new game, quick.
Well, you know what? When it comes to bad Tony Hawk games, I think most people just agree, like, Pro Skater HD and Pro Skater 5 are just trash. And you know what? I agree, too. They're both pretty bad. Even the worst of the Neversoft games, like Proving Grounds, like, not that one doesn't even compare. Like, that one is still, like, good compared to the other ones.
Quick, what's your favorite Neversoft game?
Pro Skater 3.
Mine's Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah! They made that. I haven't played that yet.
Really? I have it for PS1. It's really fun. I used to play it on PC back in the day.
I gotta play that eventually.
It's a fun one.
Wait, you have a PS1?
Yeah. I only have Spider-Man for it. I have the wheel too, but I don't have a wheel game.
Apparently, Tyler has a PS1 and I did not know it.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I have Pac-Man World, if you want to try that out.
Okay. I don't know what else to get for it, like, so.
I guess that sums it up for today's episode. Thank you all for listening. Sorry that I wanted to go more in depth with the Game By stuff, but I guess we talked about most of the stuff like throughout the episode for different reasons. And I'll talk more about Geist in October, and as well as a bunch of other Halloween games. I don't know why I'm planning it now, because October is in a lot of time away from now.
No, it's a bit.
But either way, thanks for listening. Hopefully I do get around to making one of those retrospectives at least this month. Or yeah, February. It's February, right? Yeah, now it is. And and happy birthday to Tyler for people listening on Patreon. It's in a couple days.
Yeah, 2 days from now. I get to work on that day. Let's go.
Well, you know what? People are probably going to be nice to you, so.
No.
Okay.
Never happens.
Never mind then. Good night, everybody.
Night. Hey, you guys going up at like midnight, like late at night, so people are like crawling to bed, like, I'm just gonna go to sleep now. Oh, what's this? Patreon.com/Liam Triforce or whatever your URL is. Just uploaded a new podcast. Oh,
Fall asleep 5 minutes in.
Something to go to sleep at. Listening just as I drift off, the podcast ends. Wow.
Perfect.